there's the inside move. This is the one where I lift my leg up, and at its peak, I'm gonna turn and then go to second. You guys probably did this a lot when you're younger. It doesn't work very well when you're older. This is not what I would say is a true pickoff move, because this works when it's like 3 and 2 and 2 outs and first and second are basically they're running automatically, right? You know they're taking off, so you might do this and then they're going, and then you're gonna catch them in between. But this isn't a true pickoff move because I'm only gonna get someone if they've already stolen, and otherwise this is a very awkward throwing position, right? This is not the way you want to throw to second base. So when I do the inside move, I'm doing it in a situation where I'm telling myself, he's probably going to take off, and that's the only way I'm going to get him. So if he takes off, where is he going to be? Out in no man's land, right? How many times have you seen someone do this move, throw it to second base, and the guy keeps going and gets safe at third? That happens a lot because this is a pretty ugly throw, right? So anytime you do the inside move, you should not throw it directly to second base. Your mindset's got to be, I'm going to find the runner, I'm going to quickly orient myself, and then I'm going to run at him and throw the ball to the appropriate infielder. So when I do the inside move, it's like, okay, if I catch him, I'm going after him. So it looks like this. I lift, I go, I quickly turn my feet, and then boom, I throw to shortstop or third base. He might go back, and in that case, that's fine, and now I can still make a strong throw because I've fixed my feet. Does that make sense to everyone? The other time you do the inside move, it has a strategic value. Do you guys know what that is? It will give your team information. And yet, anyone have a guess? Like when you don't want them to know you're bunting, at what point in the pitcher's delivery do you show bunt? When they lift their leg, right? So you know where I'm going with that? If it's like first and second, you're up by a run or two, and it's a second to last inning, sixth inning, whatever, and your team is unsure if he's gonna bunt, I lift, oh, he showed bunt, and now I don't have to do anything, right? When you run on second, you can fake a pickoff move and it's perfectly legal, right? So this is like a fact-finding move. I can figure out if they're squaring to bunt, and then when I've done that, coach says, okay, he squared. Now we put on a bump play or whatever, right? Maybe the third baseman comes in and we do something about it. Does that make sense? So that's the time that we put that on often. And as a pitcher, you can know that. If you think this guy might be bunting and there's a runner on second, you can do the inside move to see what happens, right? And then you guys can adjust. So you're not going to do the inside move except to figure out if it's a bunt, maybe catch them going on the automatic steal. And if you do, what do? Quickly fix your feet and then throw it where it needs to go, okay? So the real pickoff move is the spin move. And that is the same footwork as for the righty pickoff move, where it's right, spin, and throw. And this is the one where if you're going to get a guy, this one will actually nail him. So this one, it's the same kind of footwork, so it can be really fast, but you don't want to be ultra fast where it makes it tough to get spun around and maybe you throw in the outfield because that's going to be a two-base error. It's going to be like right, left where it's right. So again, practice this with your buddies. So when you're playing catch, you can face away to your partner. My partner's there and I can work on my spin moves. So, but you can have the tornado footwork where it's like pretty fast like that, right? But you just got to make sure you're still in control enough, because it's really easy to be, I'm so fast, oh man, I'm off balance, and then that goes in the gap. Jacob, hop up there. Give me two of them. Nice. Very good move. Good job. Remember, this doesn't have to be it needs to be quick, but it doesn't have to be the lightning fast move, because they're going to have a bigger jump, and you'll probably get someone only if they're like way too far or they're like going to steal third, right? So it just needs to be fast, but it doesn't have to be insane. Like that's plenty good to do the job, and that's a good like under control, solid move. Good. And one of the other things to think about, like you come set really close. As a pitcher, if your feet are really close together, this move gets really tough. So most pitchers are about shoulder width or hip width. Like this is hip width, this is shoulder width. And anytime you get closer than that, it gets really gummy with your feet. So especially for you as a lefty, having a little bigger support, a little wider base of support will help you with your pickoff moves probably. But that looks a little easier. Nice. So again, this gets mixed into your practice, right? You face the opposite way and then spin and hit your partner. Okay, so infielder. So here's the big question. How do we know when to do this? Go to shortstop, someone go to second base, be in your normal positions, okay? You go to center, Great. I'm gonna just prove a point right here. So play double play depth. You guys know where that is? So if you had a runner on first and a runner on second, you'd be there, you guys are in good shape. So say the runner has a really big lead, And I've come set, and now I look over and I realize, oh man, he's got a really big lead. So I'm gonna pick him off. So here's what I do. I look home. That's what's gonna happen, right? So infielders, you guys know that we have to communicate if I'm actually gonna throw the ball, right? On a spin move, because you guys can't read my mind. At first base, the first baseman is gonna be there. That's his job. Your job is not to be at the base at any point, right? Here's one solution to that. If that runner's got a huge lead and no one really knew it, like we didn't expect him to be that far off and now I'm afraid he's gonna steal third, here's what I'm gonna do. A really good, convincing glove side fake. Again, it's legal to fake to second, right? For me as a reliever, I didn't like picking to second base. I just didn't feel like it was necessary. I was always pitching late in games. So I said, if I can get the result of him going back to second without having to throw it, that's all that I want. I don't care about really picking him off. I just want him to not steal third, right? So for me, I didn't bother making this throw, especially as a reliever. I throw 50 innings a season. As a starter, you throw 200, so you'll have to throw over there more. But I was just like, I don't care to pick to second base ever, and they don't know that. So I'm just going to get really good at spin move fakes, and that runner's going to dive back, right? He's not going to know I'm not going to throw it. So that's one thing to make sure it's in your toolbox, that if that runner gets a big lead and you don't have a communication with your infielders, you can do a spin move fake anytime you want. Stepping off will start the play over, but it's not going to scare the guy back, right? If you do a good spin move fake, it's going to put the fear of God in him. He'll go back and then he'll get a little shorter up because he knows if he had thrown it, you might have nailed him, right?